Alrighty. Hi, Jessie.
Hi.
So, you are a freshman in college.
I am.
Cool, I haven't lost complete track of time. Alright, so today we're going to be learning how to play the saxophone. So, here is your saxophone, and mine is off camera, because I'll be showing you how to. And you'll be showing Dr. Adams. Alrighty. So, your saxophone case. Mine is decorated with various stickers from high school. Anyway, you've got the two sides. You've got the larger side and the smaller side. This part will be your lid. So go ahead and we're going to lay that down. See how your latches are facing up?
Mm-hmm.
Always make sure your latches are facing up before you open it. Otherwise, you'll do back what I did in middle school and see your saxophone tumble all over the floor. So let's go ahead and open our cases. Alrighty. Woo. Cool. So inside, this saxophone I haven't used in a hot minute, so everything's kind of sparse in there. But the first thing we do whenever we open our saxophone cases, we put on our neck straps. And you can bring that up or down wherever you think the saxophone's going to sit on you. For you, it'd be mostly up. You grab it from the sides and just kind of, or do that. It's like a lanyard.
Mm-hmm.
A high-tech handy lanyard. Alright. So, I think I gave you a reed. Yeah, it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead and unwrap that. Oh, did it get tangled on you?
No, I got it. That's
Okay.
fine.
Cool. Now your reed case is a little bit different from mine. I slide mine in. But go ahead and pull your reed out. Be careful about the top part because it chips easily. Cool. And we're just going to put that in our mouth and let it soak for a while. Kind of like a tongue depressor, but more breakable. Alright. So this next part we're going to have to get down on the floor. Hello. Alright. So we're going to pull out this little angled bit called the mouthpiece. And with it comes this little metal piece called a ligature. And we'll be using this here in just a second. But for now, let's go ahead and put that back in. Next up, we've got this little piece called the neck. Take it out carefully. Make sure not to touch this top bit right here, because it's liable to bend and make this go out of whack, let it leak, all sorts of bad stuff. Now normally, I'd put cork grease up here, but mine expired recently because of the hot sun. So that's great. Alright, so go ahead and flip your reed around in your mouth, soak the back end just a little bit. And now, we're going to take our mouthpieces back out. Go ahead and slide the metal piece off. And put it in your case. It's hard to talk with a reed in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure you're not grabbing this. You can grab it up here, which is a little bit difficult since we're putting it on. Just make sure you're not grabbing down here or else it'll put it out of whack. So up here, go ahead and put it on the cork and gently twist it on. That one may be a little tough because the cork is new as well. Alright. Yeah. Let me go ahead and see if I can get that further on for you. Because last time I tried playing with the stock mouthpiece on here, it was like a half step off.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Typically, you'd only want like a little bit there,
Mm-hmm.
but right now we have to be lenient because of circumstances, and the cork is new. So, now that your reed's all soaked up, we're going to place it on the neck. So there's two ways of doing this. Go ahead and grab your ligature. Let's go ahead and sit back up in our seats. Oh. Ow, my knees. But there's two ways of doing it. can either put it on and put the ligature on. That's the slightly harder way of doing it and more dangerous because you could chip the reed while doing it. The way I do it, you put it on, bring it up a little and hold it there with your finger. Yeah. So you've got this little gap right here, and then you just slide it on in, still being careful about the top bit so you don't chip it. You grab down here, the little barky part with your thumb, and you just slide it on in. And where you want to put it is just to have the tip of the reed with just a little bit of black above. Yeah. Now you're going to go ahead and bring your ligature back down. You may have to unscrew it a little bit because it might be too tight. You got to make sure it's all the way up there on the mouthpiece.
So down further?
I'll check after you're done.
Okay.
And go ahead and tighten it on down. Let's see. Yeah. It was just a little off center. That's probably because of the ligature. Cool. Actually, I'm going to move this ligature a little bit farther down because it's got a little bit of overhang right there. All right. Twist, 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 twist. All right. There you go. So let's carefully put this back in our cases really quick, facing up so we don't chip the reed. Cool. So we're going to practice our breathing so we can get a sound out of the saxophone. So today we'll be using air attacks. Articulation will be later down the road in a different lesson, probably next or the one after. But for now we're going to do hu and ha articulations with our air. So go ahead and take your right hand and just put it on your stomach. And just say ha and push it out with your stomach. Kind of like you're a dog panting for air. Yeah. So now we're going to direct the air in a O type of shape. So we're going to go. Yeah. It's a workout. You wouldn't know, but. All right. So now that we've got our reed on our mouthpieces, we're going to go ahead and try it on those. So make sure you pick it up carefully. And you can hold it up here really quick. And right now we're just going to blow in, see if we get a sound. So go ahead and put it in your face. There are better ways for this. And just go into it. Cool. You got a sound.
I got it.
All right. So now I'm going to show you where to put it in your mouth. Always going to sound first and then work backwards. So there's a typical place where you should try to put your mouth on your mouthpiece. And it all depends on where this little meeting point is between the opening of your reed and the mouthpiece itself. And you can check that with an index card or any other kind of flat material that will break your reed in half. But you can see where the line is, and that'll be about the meeting point of your bottom lip to the mouthpiece. So if you want to go ahead and check yours, make sure to slide it in nice and carefully as to not chip the reed. Say air touch. That's why I play with two of them. Cool. All right. And now to further direct the air, I'm going to teach you how to make an embouchure. So, go ahead and put your thumb nail on where that line is and just rock it back. Now go ahead and just smile. And then bring your lips forward like you're whistling. And then go ahead and just bring the rest of your corners in, like, ooh. And bring the bottom lip just a little in to cover your bottom teeth, but not enough to where you can still see pink. And go ahead and take that structure and just place it where you would on that line. Once you put it in your mouth, I think there's a little divot on that one. I'm not sure how much I played on that mouthpiece, but on mine, you can see a little divot here where my top teeth are anchored. So make sure your top teeth are on the mouthpiece and your bottom teeth are covered. Kind of like a grandma fish. So, corners, bring them in, say ooh, cover, and teeth anchored. And go ahead and cool. That's about where that should be because it's so far out of the mouthpiece. So let's go ahead and try to do 4 of those in a row. Just who. Got harmony going on. All right. So let's go ahead and try putting it on the horn. So we're going to put our next back. We're in that safe spot that we saw before. And back down on the floor. Alright. So now we're going to pick up the body. You put one hand in the bell here, and then one hand on the back where there's no keys or rods. And go ahead and pick it up and immediately attach your neck strap to it. Cool. And now hold the bell and just kind of prop it up on your leg. We're going to remove this little rubber piece on the top and just plop that back in the case. Alright. So without the neck for a second, we're going to hold the horn and let's show you where your fingers go. So on the back you've got this little black circle here. That's where your left thumb goes. And if you want to prepare for later lessons, it kind of goes here where you can pivot onto this little lever key. And that'll move up here, which is why you don't want to squish that one piece on the neck. Down on the bottom, we've got this little hook. That one might be off center. It's a little loose, but make sure you're supporting it with your thumb, kind of like in between the thumbnail and your first knuckle. On the front, you've got keys up front. We have a couple. Make sure you're not on the topmost key, but the one right underneath it. Cool with your first one, second, and third. Cool. And your pinky kind of floats around these. Yeah, right there. And on your bottom hand, you've got 1, 2, 3. Alright. And go ahead and bring your neck strap up just a little bit. Ooh, make sure you're holding your horn. There you go.
I can't move this up. But that's just me being incompetent with a lanyard.
Oh, that's fair. Oop, there you go.
That did nothing.
Oh, I think you moved it down.
Wait, we're getting somewhere. Help.
Let's put the saxophone down just for a moment. Alright. And carefully put it back in the case. Cool. Go ahead and move your neck strap up just a little bit.
I don't know how lanyards work, Sean.
They are pickle creatures.
Did that work?
It's definitely moving it up. I don't know what's happened on the bottom.
Do you have to edit this out of the video? Technical difficulties with lanyard?
Oh no, I can't do that. But
Or
that
neck
one's gonna
strap,
be a
not a
trouble.
lanyard. I got it,
okay.
I think. Is this up high enough?
It should be.
Ha. I would know what's happening down there, but...
Just pull on the hook side really quick. Yeah, I don't know either. Okay. Magic's happening. Alright. So go ahead and carefully pick that up again. Hand in the bell and one on the back. Cool. Yeah, that's there. Just go ahead and prop it up right here. I was about to say it could come up a little bit further, but we'll get there once we put the neck on.
Okay.
Alright. So we're going to carefully go ahead and pick up our necks again. Cool. And take it in whichever hand you prefer. And we're just going to slightly twist it on up top. Yeah. And on the back, there should be a little brace on that neck. I don't remember exactly. But it should just about line up with this little post here.
I don't see anything on the back.
It's this little brace right here.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Here? With the center one?
This one.
That one. Okay. Got it.
There you go. Now we're going to go ahead and tighten this screw down to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Cool. And now let's go ahead and do the who's back on the horn. Don't worry about holding any fingers down, just make sure the horn's supported. Cool, you get a sound. So go ahead and try the 4 who's in a row. So. Cool, we sound like traffic on a 5 o'clock day. Alright. So go ahead and hold your horn like you're playing really quick. Are you, yeah, you're reaching up. Go ahead and bring the neck strap just down like...
Oh, I can do that, I think.
Yeah, it's just the opposite way. You had trouble coming up? Oh, there it goes!
Oh, that's good?
Yeah. A little bit. Just make sure the saxophone's coming to you and you're not going to it. There you go.
That's better.
Cool. Now we're going to learn our first note. It's got a lot of fingers. It's the first one on the left hand. That's it.
Okay.
And this note is going to be your B. So, let's go ahead and try our B's out real quick. Actually, I'm going to pull out my mouthpiece to see if I can match it. Alright. Cool. So the next one down is going to be our A, which is just to add a finger. Yep. Let's go ahead and try that one. Cool. And one more is G. Cool. Make sure your corners are still forward because you're kind of bringing them back out like So just like strong corners, but go ooh.
Like that?
Yeah. Like someone just kicked your shin or something. Just like, oh. So. Make sure you're not bringing your bottom jaw up because it closes up the reed and makes that little squeaky sound. So keep your bottom jaw down. Oh no, I don't think that's on. Try it one more time. Okay, I think the saxophone's still a little too far up because you've got your neck in like there, and so here. Because you want it to go straight into your mouth.
Alright.
It's the only thing that makes it different than clarinet. There you go. still budget a little bit more room, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go ahead and go B, A, G. Just walk it down. Cool. Make sure you keep your corners up and your jaw down, and you should get those notes. So let's try it one more time, and after we hit G, let's go ahead and go back up to B. Cool.
This takes a lot of air.
Yeah. You play flute.
I know, but this is a lot of air. I'm not used to wood.
That's fair. All right. So, do you want to play Mary Had a Little Lamb, or do you want to play Hot Cross Buns?
Mary had a little lamb.
Okay. You know how Mary Had a Little Lamb goes, right? It goes da 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 da. Da 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 da. Think you got it?
I'll try.
We'll go slow. Cool. And were you using your tongue to tongue some of those
I was
notes?
trying to.
I could hear it because every time you went, it was like, ew. It's a little different tonguing on saxophone than flute because your tongue has to start here and end here
Oh,
to do it.
my
Whereas-
tongue was under my lip.
Oh yeah, no. You do that. That might be why. Anyway, we're running just about out of time. Out of time? There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and teach you how to take the saxophone apart. So first things first, go ahead and remove your reed. So unscrew your ligature. And we're going to pop a reed out of the top here. I'll go with you.
I don't want to break your reeds.
It's alright.
Get out. Oh, there we go.
Alright. And let's see. Got your reed case down here. So for this one, it's a little bit weird. But you put the I was about to say you put the reed in first, then the reed. But you put the tip in first just to make sure it doesn't break. Then you move the bark side into the back.
So top in first?
Yes.
Ooh.
Just make sure. And just slide in that back end. Yeah. And now you just chuck it back in your case. In that little holding area.
Oh. Oh, there?
Yeah. You made it. Alright. For this next part, go ahead and slide off your ligature. And we'll put that in the safe spot. We're going to hold our neck securely and just twist off our mouthpiece. Yeah, that one might be on there. Cool. And let's go ahead and get down onto the floor. For this part, there goes the phone. Alright. You slide the ligature back onto the mouthpiece. And if that had an extra mouthpiece cap, you'd slide that back on. And just put that back in the mouthpiece slot.
Ooh, the ligature came off.
It's fine. Cool. Next part's going to be the neck. So go ahead, unscrew the body, and just wiggle that one back on out. Cool. And make sure you're careful. Hold the sides and just put it back in the little neck slot. Cool. Now for this next part, we need this little buddy, because we've always got to swab our instrument afterwards. And for saxophone, it's a pull cloth. So, before you do this, you take your neck strap. Don't take yourself just yet, because I'm going to show you how to do it before you do. And you just drop the weighted end down in. Hope to feed it without having issues like I'm having right now. And I always kind of plug up the bell so if the weight doesn't come back out that end. Then you just dump it through and pull. Alright, now, there you go.
Okay, weighted end on this side.
Yeah. There you go.
And then tip.
Yeah. It's over here. You can tell because of that. Yeah, there you go. And then, aha, there you go. And just go ahead and pull that on through. Cool. Then when you're always done with the pull cloth, you just wrap back up and toss it in your holding area. Now, where'd you put the empties at? There it is. We always want to make sure to put this back in so that one post doesn't get bent. Then we put it back in the same way we got it out. We grab it where there's no rods or keys on the back and in the bell, and just gently lay it back on in there. The last step is to take off your neck strap. Cool. Make sure to go ahead and close and latch that. And cool. Now I'm going to give you an assignment for next time. We don't have to shoot another one of these. It's just in case. But you'd want to practice Mary Had a Little Lamb. Maybe figure out hot cross buns by yourself. Just make sure you're practicing with a mirror to see what your embouchure looks like, and just walk yourself through the steps every single time you pull out the horn. Now, as I'm finishing closing up, I'll give you a few things about the saxophone. For that saxophone, you'd want to make sure that you're always cork greasing before you play. Otherwise, that happens. You want to make sure that you're the only one touching your horn, as well as your teachers and other professionals. Don't give it off to your friends to play with. Otherwise, it can get very expensive really fast. And honestly, you just want to have a good time with it. Cool. Thank you, Jessie.
Thank you.
All right. Here you go.